Hey y'all, I'm Rio, and this is Coloring Passports, your ticket around the world one species at a time. Today, we're taking on the rooster fish. Your adventure starts right now. Let's do this. Alrighty. So, let's get into this. Rooster fish. This fish is so cool. I can't even believe it exists. With its comb on top for its dorsal fin, wild colors. These guys are typically catch and release only because they say they don't taste good. So I've never eaten one. I've never even seen one in person. I've just seen them on YouTube quite a bit. And I've been fishing in Cabo San Lucas, where they're kind of famous for catching them there. And they're in Mexico, but I didn't get to catch one. I didn't even know these existed when I was there. So anyway, let's get right into this. Let's see here. Well, I know we typically start with our lightest colors when we're going to do this, but I'm grabbing the black. The rooster fish have these beautiful stripes. So I'm going to start building up the stripes on this thing. And start kind of rounding him out. With the black. Colored pencil. Sorry y'all, I'm like already in the zone. That was so strange. I just got right into it. These colored pencils are just flawless. Now on this part of his cheek here that sits on top of his gill plate, I'm gonna color this. This is also black. But these guys are super interference and super reflective, so it's not going to, I'm not going to do it as dark right out of the gate. You know the drill. We're just trying to kind of start to set our tones and set the distance with the fish with these colored pencils, and we'll see how that goes. I'm already loving it. So let's see here. It's kind of challenging to do this and not be in the camera's way. But we'll see how it goes. And these pencils are a dream. And the paint on this fish for this go around is going to be exquisite because we get all this black in here like we want it. Apparently the stripe goes over his face. Okay, so let's get back to it here. Okay, so the spikes, the comb on his dorsal fin, these are dark as well. We're just gonna lightly come in and do these, because this part of the comb is kind of yellow, and you know, these are kind of yellow, kind of black. So I don't want to put too much black in there right out of the gate. I want it very, very, very light. And sometimes there's some little stripies on the comb where you've got the dark color and then you don't have the dark color. So we're gonna simulate that. I feel like some of these are going to be Look how buttery and smooth that is. I just can't get over it. I just really feel like it's so much easier to paint with these than it is to start painting with actual paint sometimes. So then I know there's a little bit of black on the tail. Gonna have a little bit of black up underneath. Whew, my goodness. Well, it's already pretty. It's just already gonna be super nice. So I'm gonna lay that there. I'm gonna grab the blue, which is Blue Lake. I'm gonna start laying in some color with this up in here. Gonna kind of go over the black a little bit. Okay. So I'm gonna start pulling some of this blue, which is Blue Lake. Here on this side of his face. I'm going to pull it over the black. It's like an indentation right there on his face. This is kind of an indentation here as well. Oh, my ears are ringing. Little bit of an indentation over here on his face. Look how good this already looks. It's just amazing to me. And this is not a like, oh, I'll pat myself on the back because it looks so good. It's just that these pencils are so amazing that I'm floored every time I use them with how well they perform. So I really just want to get these kind of going here. I'm going to randomly color in the rooster combs because they kind of are variegated. And they're curved over, so we're going to make this side a little bit darker. The left side of the comb. What? Okay, don't stress out if you color outside of the lines, because I accidentally color outside of the lines all the time, and it's really okay. Okay, so canary yellow. I'm kind of digging the canary yellow. We're going to come in here and very, very, very lightly start just coloring in randomly the rest of his dorsal fin. So there's that. Okay, and now we know we have, I'm going to grab the peach and the eggshell, because we know that up here underneath his pectoral fin, that eggshell is going to be a little more prevalent. Going to very, very, very lightly color this in here. Just need to start seeing a little bit of that color. And then we are going to use that same canary, but very lightly, and do the anal fin here. And then the tail also has just a touch of color on it as well. And it's just a touch, and it's really going to be more, we're going to put more blues than anything, but it's got a little bit of yellow in there. He also has some yellows. I'm going to use a different color of yellow.
What yellow is that?
The Deco yellow.
I like Deco yellow. You know, our vacation home in the Andes is the entire interior is painted in Venetian yellow. Similar.
Our vacation home in the Andes.
It's a cardboard box on the side of the road.
Yeah, I understand that one. Yeah, it's a lovely residence. Okay, so I'm going to start laying in some of this yellow on his face while Chase annoys me in the kitchen.
If you get there just the right time of year, you can avoid the homeless migration. Sorry.
We might have to join them this year in the homeless migration. Okay.
I'm taking drugs. My head hurts so bad.
Okay.
I just thought you would like to know.
Right. So are you going to edit those things out?
Yeah, all of them.
What is going on with the editing upstairs?
I'm editing.
Wow, that's riveting.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I'm feeling kind of froggy here, and I'm feeling like it's time to lay in some water. So I'm going to take the Faber-Castell 156 and start kind of moving into some of this water here. I don't know when I drew in the process of creating the book. I don't know when I drew the rooster fish here, but I can tell it was later in the book because my water has gotten a lot better than what it was when it first started. When it first started, it was quite honestly questionable. Okay. So I'm gonna just kind of do a little, and I'm gonna leave. I'm gonna leave. What I'm doing here is I'm filling in some of these water pieces here, but I'm leaving a little bit of the white showing through. I'm going to switch to the cobalt. I don't like the cobalt as much as I like the teal, so we're just going to go with it. And we're going to go to 154. I find that sometimes putting a little bit of background kind of helps anchor the subject matter into the painting is what I'm going to call it, but into the mixed media project, and so sometimes it's very beneficial. I'm going to come in here and do a little love on these. Okay, now I'm going to come up here on the back. Now I want the black again. This is the cool gray. Something just fell. Hmm. Well. I mean, it's coming together. It's coming together. I have a tendency to not get excited about any of it at first because I just feel like, you know, is that really as good as I could be doing? Is it really looking the way that it should be looking? So I'm taking the cloud blue, no, powder blue, I lied, over the top of this lighter black, and I'm pushing a little bit harder. I'm starting to feel like these colored pencils are starting to kind of become second nature. So I'm seeing the colors evolve that I want to see evolve on this now. And so I'm feeling a little more comfortable getting with it. So I've got the green and the black, and when I come over it with this blue, it's really mixing quite lovely. Oh yeah, that's really nice actually. Okay, I see you. That's not terrible. So this blue is proving to be a really, really excellent color over the top of all these other things that I've already laid down. It'd be awesome if I could remember what those were. Hopefully I said something in the video. Some of these are like full-blown tutorials, and some of them are just you watching me discover that I might not be terrible at colored pencils. Sorry, y'all. See how that purple comes to life as I just roll over it with this powder blue? That's crazy to me how that works. As you know, I'm going to hit it with the dioxazine purple. It's a little muddy on the combs. I can probably fix that with some ink. It's not terrible. I'm not unhappy. I'm just not 100% happy with it either. Okay, so let's grab the cloud blue and let's finish this up here, this area. Probably needs a little bit of. Wow. My phone is literally in the shot. Angela Lansbury just died. That's sad. 96 years old. I just kind of feel like I'm not 100% sure I know what I'm doing. How many times have you heard me say that during the course of all these tutorials? Pretty much, probably every time. Because I do pretty much every time feel like when I'm first starting that I don't know what I'm doing. Cool gray. So... I'm going to come in with some cool gray and start trying to finish up some of the body and put some cool gray on the stripies. These guys, the color kind of bleeds over the edges a little bit. Look at Brooks fish. Okay. Still just working the cool gray, just kind of blocking everything in. And yeah, it's going to kind of flatten some stuff out for just a second, but I will go back in and rework all of those situations and get those under control. Wowza. That's interesting. Very, very interesting. I'm going to do a little bit of slick action over this. They have a little bit of yellow down here on this part of their tail. They've got some yellow action throughout their body a little bit. Probably a little more yellow up here for sure. Look at that. This deco yellow is really kicking it up a notch. Just start really grinding that out. And it's really coming to bat here. Look how beautiful that is. Wow. It's really pretty. Really, really pretty. Gonna add a little bit of the cloud blue into this right on top of the black. That'll just give it a little more dimension, a little more depth. Make it look a little less like a cartoon illustration, because that's not what we're going for. Well, it's not what I'm going for. You might be going for that, and there's nothing wrong with it, but I want a little more realism on my subjects. Wow. So I'm just coming in with the black, actually the 90% cool gray, and just kind of darkening up what's going on there. Just a touch, just a skosh, just a bit. Okay, I want some cerulean. That's true blue. That's Mediterranean blue. I need me some cerulean blue. Ooh, some electric blue. Where is the cerulean blue? Here it is. Ooh, let's go and get it. May or may not be the right color, but we're going for it. I've committed. It's got a great tip on it and it's going on smooth. You know, it really didn't occur to me while I was drawing all of these how I was going to color them. So the next book we might make some changes. Y'all need to leave comments below and let me know what you think of all of this, and if there's something that we could do differently on the next book that would benefit you. I would definitely want to know. So I'm just taking the cerulean, and rather than filling the entire space, I'm just kind of doing a little scribble here, a little scribble there, a little scribble here and there and everywhere. Now over here it's a little bit, you know, a little bit darker. Now I'm going to grab the cobalt, which should be this one. Maybe it's this one. Is this cobalt? Yeah, this is cobalt. I'm going to come right over that just a touch. Look how good that's looking. I kind of rub that with my finger a little bit. Just kind of blend it out just a touch. I don't really have a reference photo to actually work from, so I'm just kind of having to play it by ear. Okay, so let's pick up. Let's see about making it a little more blue-gray. Let's see about making it a little more. How about some 30% warm gray? Let's just see if that helps. There should be a little bit of a ridge here on his belly line, right at the anal fin. It should be a little bit of a ridge. And I know I don't really have to get all that particular about it. Let's see here. I'm gonna grab rosy beige. See if I can get the rosy beige to do what I want it to. Deco yellow. It's a little much. Just gonna lightly blend that down. That's looking so good. I'm so excited. Okay, because we've got the peachy color in there first. And we definitely have blue in the tail. We definitely have blue in the black here. We definitely have these blues showing up. So we want to make sure that these are represented properly. This is Blue Lake. And it's beautiful. It's a beautiful, beautiful color. Because so there's that. Let's go over it with this. Kind of see where we're at that point. Yeah, let's see where we are with this. This is gonna definitely have to be a voiceover. Video, because it's just crazy that I've been very tuned in to the painting of this and not so much the talking about the painting of this, and so I'm feeling like y'all aren't gonna have a clue what I'm talking about at this point because I have done a terrible job of explaining it to you. Okay, so this is powder blue. Wow, that's actually pretty dang cool. So I'm just trying to build up this underbelly here so that it reads correctly. I'm coloring directly over the anal fin to put some, so that it appears that the water is actually over it. And I'm gonna come in and color over all of this water here. Okay. Okay, let's see here. What would the color of the inside of his mouth be? I'm gonna bet that it's some sort of a pink. I'm gonna grab pink rose. And then I'm gonna go with the rosy beige. I don't have a clue what this fish's lip colors are. I think he's kind of in the white category. So I'm just going to color directly over all of that and just sort of blend it all in. And then I don't know what. I'm kind of lost. I'm going to take 70% cool gray. How you feeling?
My head still fucking hurts. Oh, I changed your background. I just wanted to check on the battery status. Not good. Not good. Well, like the French say, sucks to suck.
This is like super dark. So this is 50% cool gray. So let's come up a little bit. Okay. So here's the thing. I think I'm at a point where I just want to start putting all of the shimmer, love all over it. And I don't know if that's 100% the case. I'm going to add a little bit of pink to his mouth. A little bit of boop on his nose. I'm not really sure what the rules of painting water droplets are. So I'm just gonna wing it and then, you know, worry about it later. And, you know, like do some white. Here's the thing about the Posca white markers. They're not very good. I'm thoroughly disappointed in their effectiveness because they are not very effective. Okay, so I'm just adding some squiggles. I've added some water up over this tail. I've got water over the anal fin here, and you know, these are just kind of graphic-y, designy sort of squiggles. They're not, you know. Okay, so maybe it was just the nib, maybe the nib was just a little rusty. Maybe the nib just had a little bit of stuff on it that needed to come off. So we've got all these colors down. getting all the water lines and things like that in here. No problem. No problem at all. I'm gonna draw a little bit of water coming up off of that pectoral fin there. Blot that out. Mm-hmm. It's okay. It is really actually okay. So what I'm trying to do here is just make some chicken scratches, as we call them. Just making some scratches in it. Okay, now it's time for the fun stuff. Where's my brush? Where is my brush? Where is my paintbrush? Oh, where is my paintbrush? Seriously? Where? Oh, here it is. I found my paintbrush. So, what shall we do? Hello, gorgeous. Little green interference. Same thing as usual. I'm barely picking up any water in any color here. I don't want to overwhelm the painting. I just want to add some of these yummy details of green. Cleaning off my brush, coming in here to this. I mean, these are just so beautiful. I can't get enough of them. Seriously, they just make me so happy. So pretty. Okay, now I'm going to have Veggie Tales on my brain for the rest of this whole tutorial. I'm hearing Larry the Cucumber sing to me in my head now. How funny is that? I think it's very funny. Let's try out this glorious deliciousness here. Wow, that's so pretty. Okay, so then I think I want some of this purple. Ooh, girl. Oh my goodness. Wowza. That was it. That was it. That was definitely it. Ding, 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 ding. Okay. Coming back in for some interference blue. What is that? Oh my gosh. I'm telling you that all of this metallic-y, golden-y, glorious interference and shimmer makes this whole thing worth it. It makes every bit of it worth it. And these colors just meld together so seamlessly that it's just unreal. I'm digging these. Oh my gosh. It looks like the fish. It looks just like the fish. Look at that glorious color. Color. So surely there's probably some orange up around his face here. Oh my goodness. Let's add some of this. Gonna add some of that interference blue right on top of the black. And these spines. Sometimes you got to go in and take out some of the color that you just put in. You know, it happens. Oh, yes, queen. I just decided I was going to put it in the water. Oh wow, it's just beautiful there. Wowza. Wowza, wowza, wowza. Okay, so let's get some of that yellow going here. My favorite is the interference. The blue interference is always just a dream. Just a dream.
I think it was fantastic.
Yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Well, there you have it. So,
What was your favorite part about this one?
all the interference. Actually, the coloring with the darker pencil was easy to make it like it because it makes the curve, because that fish has indentations. So learning how to manipulate that, and then deciding that because I'm in charge of how it looks, that I'm going to add glitter to the water.
Put that down. What was the hardest part on this fish?
The hardest part on this fish? Probably his face, because it's white. So it had to have a lot of the, the different interference colors put down. And it had to have a lot of base color of all the grays and all the taupey colors and all of that stuff. See, it's contagious. Now he's yawning. So that was the hardest part. But this fish was really genuinely very straightforward and easy to color, even though I didn't have a reference photo, except for, looking at the pictures in the book. So I'm happy with it. Is it as good as it will be the next time I color it? No. Is it perfect for right now? Yes. Now, I did not talk a lot during this tutorial, so if you have questions, leave them in the comments below. We read all the comments and answer all of them, so I'm happy to help you any way that I can. If you're seeing this video and you don't have a book, there's a link in the description, so you can go grab yourself a copy of the book. That would be awesome. I'm Rio. This has been Coloring Passports. I'll see you on the next page. Yeah.